Let's be real. Most of us are just trying to find a little happiness in life, right? It's a journey. But what happens when you run into someone who seems to be working for the other team? Today we're diving into the idea of toxic people, and more importantly, the real threat they pose to your own peace of mind.
So think of it like this. You're trying to grow a garden, you're watering the plants, you're making things beautiful. But then there are people who seem to go out of their way to poison the soil. They don't just see the world as a gloomy place, they want to make sure you see it that way too.
So, the big questions are, why? Why are some people just like that? And maybe the most important question of all, what does being around that kind of energy actually do to you? How does it throw your own life off kilter?
Okay, let's just put a name on it. Toxic people. And here's the definition that really hits home. It's not just that they're unhappy. It's that they actively choose to try and remake the world, your world, to match their own sense of despair.
And you know exactly who I'm talking about. They're the ones who darken every doorway they walk through. You share good news, and they find the one thing that could go wrong. They treat any kind of positivity like it's foolish or naive, because to them, reality is just a curse to be endured.
But here's the real kicker. The danger isn't just that they're miserable. The real danger is that their negativity is like a virus. If you're not careful, it can infect your own inner world and mess with that balance you've worked so hard to build.
Just think about this for a second. We all have this tug of war going on inside us, right? The positive forces versus the negative ones. Well, spending time with a toxic person is basically like handing a megaphone and a whole bunch of weapons to the negative side.
And that leads us to a fundamental choice. You can see yourself as the victim, someone who believes life is just this awful, punishing thing. Or you can choose to be the hero of your own story. Someone who gets that hope and positivity aren't just feelings, they're conscious choices you have to make.
So, how do you build up that hero mindset? How do you protect yourself from all that gloom? Well, it turns out self-improvement isn't just some nice-to-have hobby. It's the actual antidote. It's your defense mechanism.
Here's a great way to think about it. Are you going to be a derelict machine, just left out in a field to rust and fall apart? Or are you going to be like a classic car, carefully maintained, valued, and built to last? The only thing separating the two is conscious, consistent effort.
I love this quote from a doctor in Calcutta. He said, "The body is like an old Mercedes. It's built to last. It'll go the distance, but you can't just ignore it. You have to do the maintenance. You've got to change the oil, rotate the tires. You have to be an active participant in your own well-being."
And, this power to change is a timeless idea. Just think about Scrooge. He was the ultimate toxic person, right? But he made a choice. He decided to see the world differently, and in doing so, he realized life can be wonderful. But the key is he had to make it so, and we all have that exact same power. Walt Whitman said it so beautifully. Keep your face always toward the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you. It's such a simple but profound idea. What you focus on is what grows. Where you direct your attention determines your reality.
Now, this isn't about some kind of blind optimism where you pretend bad things don't exist. It's about building real, genuine resilience. And here's the playbook. First, you got to acknowledge that, yeah, bad stuff happens. Second, understand that bravery isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you learn. Third, you practice it. And finally, you just choose to do the right thing. That's the path.
So, when you boil it all down, it really comes to this. This consciousness we have, this awareness, this ability to choose where we put our focus, it's the greatest gift we'll ever get. The only question left is, how are you going to use yours?